Right.
How long have you been with them?
So I've been here since Comptroller.
And you went to different colleges.
Hey, Chuck.
That's okay.
Sure.
Start. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Is this on? Oh, yes. Let's try it again. Is it? Okay. Hi, my name's Chuck Hagopian. I'm Director of External Affairs for your Illinois State Comptroller, Susanna A. Mendoza, and I'd like to welcome you to the Comptroller's 2018 Asian Pacific American Heritage Month ceremony. We have 4 distinguished individuals which you are about to meet who have succeeded both personally and professionally. But before we get started, I want to introduce you to the 5th amazing person here today, our Illinois State Comptroller, the Honorable Susanna A. Mendoza.
Thank you so much, Chuck. I want to say thank you to Chuck Hagopian and to Kevin on my team and Steve and Lou as well for their always doing such a wonderful job putting these events together. Thank you, guys. I also want to say that I will apologize ahead of time if I go into like a coughing spell. I'm a little bit under the weather. I had a little bit of an asthma flare-up, so my breathing's not exactly perfect today, so I'm okay. If I need a moment, please talk amongst yourselves or something. And if I get really bad, I may have Chuck come up and try to read for me, since not exactly awesome today for me. But I'm very excited to be here because we get to celebrate some amazing, amazing people today. And it's one of the best parts of the job, right, is all the wonderful people that you get to meet and all the wonderful people that you get to celebrate. And the fact that there's just so much amazing diversity in this state and certainly here in the city of Chicago. Before I get started with that, though, I do really believe that I'd like to ask for all of us to take a moment of silence to remember the victims of the Santa Fe High School shooting that occurred and those who passed as a result of this senseless violence. Thank you. I think it's, I was telling my staff today that it's so unfortunate. I feel like the last 2 to 3 times that we've had these events honoring wonderful people in our communities, that we've actually started with a moment of silence because of mass shootings in high schools or in schools. That just needs to stop. So I hope the next time we do this, it's not a repeat of starting our celebration with a moment of silence because more people have senselessly died. Having said that, I think now we'll turn it to the reason why we're here, which is something very positive. It's celebrating life. It's celebrating achievements. It's celebrating the diversity that makes our state so wonderful. And it's so great to be here again. Today, we're here in celebration of the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. And I'm so glad that we can have all of you with us today to recognize this wonderfully vibrant community and its many significant contributions to our society. The 2 words, Asian Pacific, cannot even come close to describing all of the wonderful and diverse cultures they encompass. With an estimated population of around 4.4 billion people and more than 3,200 languages spoken, there are countless customs, art, and music that have influenced this planet for the better. A host of different ethnic groups, religions, and philosophies branch from the Asian Pacific. And while we're at it, for those of you who know me, can I talk about food? I love food. Anyone who knows me knows how much I love food. And as a foodie at heart, knowing the way to the heart is through the belly, well, let's just say that I have a lot of love for the diverse contributions when it comes to food that this community has offered the world. But truly, the ways in which America has benefited from the participation of the Asian Pacific community, its heritage, and its additions to our society cannot be overstated. Today, I have the honor and the privilege of recognizing this distinguished group of individuals to my left, that embody the spirit of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Their commitment to achieving both personal and professional success is deserving of our recognition, our support, and our congratulations. So let's please all give them a big round of applause. So I'd like to start by introducing the woman immediately to my left, Mabel Moy, who is the chairwoman of the Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. I think it's so exciting to say chairwoman, right? Isn't that great? But Mabel Moy came to Chicago in 1974 from Hong Kong looking for the American dream. She started the first garment factory in Chicago's Chinatown to provide jobs for housewives within the local community. She's a former restaurateur and has been involved in the travel business for over 30 years. Anyone who knows Mabel knows that she cannot. It's physically impossible for her to sit still for more than 5 minutes, which is why I decided to start with her. Now, Mabel has been serving the Chinese community with several nonprofit organizations since 1978. She's helped immigrant friends and relatives from China and Hong Kong apply for American citizenship. Currently, Mabel is serving as the chairwoman for the Chinatown Chamber of Commerce, promoting tourism to attract more people visiting and dining in Chinatown. And if you haven't been to Chinatown in a while, you have to go. It's just amazing and very, very much alive and vibrant. Also, she's working with many organizations dealing with issues such as security and development in Chinatown. Mabel is married and has 3 beautiful daughters, as well as 5 wonderful grandchildren, all of whom are inspired on a daily basis with that amazing grandmother of theirs that they have. So Mabel, if you could please come up and accept our first recognition of the day. Thank you. And I'm going to read this out loud. I'm going to read it out loud and then spare you having to read it 4 times. So it's the same thing with a different name, but it's very heartfelt. The 2018 Asian Pacific American Heritage Month Award presented to Mabel Moy. Your personal and professional accomplishments have made you one of the Illinois State Comptroller's distinguished Asian Pacific American Heritage Month honorees. Your commitment and dedication to your work have earned you both respect and success and have created tangible, meaningful contributions to your community. Your devotion to the development of opportunities and growth for future generations makes you a shining example for all to emulate. It's my honor, Mabel, to give you this little token of our
Thank you
esteem and
so much.
appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here today and accept this honor and this award from Comptroller Mendoza. I hope that everybody in this state of Illinois are helping the state and growing bigger and better, because we've been in the state of Illinois for over 30 years. I've been here over 40 years, and we are always helping the community, in our community especially, try to grow the community and try to make Chicago and Chinatown better. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to move on to Dr. Mohammed Hamid, and he is the co-founder and CEO of Hamdard Center. Now, Dr. Mohammed Hamid and the late Dr. Farzana Hamid co-founded Hamdard Center for Health and Human Services in 1992. Since its inception as a not-for-profit 501c3 multilingual multicultural agency, Hamdard Center has been providing primary healthcare, psychiatric and behavioral health services, domestic violence, adult day services for seniors, case management, and community outreach in Chicago and Addison. Hamdard has been serving more than 1,200 patients per month and has been enrolling Affordable Care Act eligible clients at both locations, Chicago and Addison. Hamdard can claim to be the first non-for-profit healthcare agency that specializes in psychological evaluation and treatment of refugees from various war-torn countries diagnosed with PTSD and depression. Dr. Hamid attended Aligarh University in India and the University of Oregon, Eugene for his master's and doctorate degrees in clinical psychology. He's taught psychology courses at the University of Oregon, Eugene, and has the Illinois School of Professional Psychology in Chicago. Dr. Hamid served as full-time director of psychiatric services at Elgin Mental Health Center for more than 25 years and has served as one of the examiners for the Illinois Department of Disability Determination Services panel for 10 years. His credentials are so impressive, and I think it's especially important, the work that he does, given everything that's happening on a world level, that he would be recognized as such an important figure in helping people from war-torn countries that are coming here to our country as refugees looking for a better life. So thank you for being a part of that, Doctor. And if you could please come up to be recognized. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Would you like to take it?
Thank you very much for this recognition, and Hamdard has been recognized by the state of Illinois before, and it's an honor to have received this award. And I have a request to make you. I know you are the comptroller, and you're holding our check there.
All right.
That's not our fault.
We'll look into it.
There's a big check that's somewhere there, and
Okay.
I would request you to take a look at it and
We'll be
see
happy
if you
to.
can release that check.
Chuck?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes. See, a man who gets things done right away. He's like, I'm here. So I joke around. You're right. I joke around that people say, oh, that's the comptroller. She's the money lady. And then I say, no, I'm the no money lady. That's really more what it's like these days. But no, we're happy to look into that. So, Doctor, before you leave, make sure that you touch base with Chuck. We need your tax ID number, and then we'll get back to you. All right, you got it. Okay. Our next honoree, her name is Jenny Hahn. Lovely, beautiful woman to my left there. Jenny is the board chair of the Chinese Mutual Aid Association, and she's a registered architect. As director of operations, Jenny Hahn oversees healthcare design operations at Scandard, a design, construction, and advanced manufacturing firm headquartered here in Chicago. She has 25 years of professional experience in architectural design and project management for healthcare, hospitality, and residential projects. Previously, she has led on-site design teams for capital projects at Rush University Medical Center, where she supervised program management and design for a wide variety of campus-wide initiatives, including interior renovations, master planning and programming, as well as budgeting and forecasting exercises. Since 1999, Jenny has been a mentor for high school immigrant women with YWW. That's the Young Women Warriors Mentor Program. And she's been a board member since 2007 for its parent organization, CMAA, the Chinese Mutual Aid Association, of which she is currently the board chair. She volunteers on the board of directors for the Hanau Family Alliance as well. Jenny earned a Bachelor of Architecture degree from Cornell University and a Master's in the Social Sciences degree from the University of Chicago. She is clearly an underachiever, by all accounts. And as you can tell, I mean, it's amazing when you hear the story about her working as an architect for over 25 years experience and all the accomplishments that she's had. She looks like she just got out of school, doesn't she? But she obviously has a lifetime of achievement to boast about. So today we get to honor you, Jenny. If you could please come up and receive your plaque.
Thank you, Comptroller Mendoza. It is quite an honor to be here, and it's very fitting that we walked in with a lot of lottery winners, because I feel like this is my lottery winning today. I came into my work with the community, as Comptroller said, as a mentor many years ago. And it was because as a high school kid in Ohio, I did not have my voice. I was afraid of my voice. And if you haven't noticed, I've found it. And I have taken on a few more voices to represent with my work as chairwoman for Chinese Mutual Aid Association and Hanau Family Alliance. Really being honored to bring together a lot of voices from the immigrant and refugee communities. So I really am honored to be here to move forward with bringing together more voices, and I'm honored to be amongst these really wonderful leaders in our community. And so I want to thank again Comptroller Mendoza for being such a good steward, because I know that our staffs on both these groups have really worked together, and she's heard our voices, and she continues to hear our voice for human services and supporting us. So thank you.
All right. Well, isn't she amazing? She is. It's a rhetorical question, of course. So this next person, wow. I think all of you are in for a treat when you hear this story. I just think it's so cool, and we had to have him here and honor him. This is Jose Nebrida, the gentleman at the end here, but we're, what do they call it? Last but not least. So Jose Nebrida is an inspirational marathon runner and philanthropist. And he's not just any marathon runner. Let me tell you his story. So Mr. Nebrida has run and finished 177 marathons in three continents. No, most impressively, he has run United States marathons in all 50 states, plus the District of Columbia, to honor the heroes and victims of the 9/11 terrorist attack and the soldiers coming back from Afghanistan. Is that round of applause. That is so amazing. Yeah. Imagine all 50 states and DC. That's just wow. So Jose was born in Manila, Philippines in February 19th of February of 1942. He immigrated to the United States in 1975 and became a U.S. citizen in 1981. Jose studied at Loyola University of Chicago and acquired a master's degree in social work. After receiving his degree, he worked as a school social worker, administrator of gifted programs, and of social work in Chicago public schools for 30 years. He has really, truly been a public servant in so many ways. Jose acquired 2 Masters of Arts degrees in gifted education and educational administration at Northeastern Illinois University. He retired from Chicago Public Schools at the age of 65, probably because he wanted to dedicate himself to running a gazillion marathons. He is currently a volunteer coach of cross country and track and field at Northside College Prep High School. He has been a board member with Southeast Asia Center for 15 years and is the former president of the organization. I just thought when we were thinking about who we could honor that it would be really fun to find somebody who is just so unique, because this is what our state has. It has just the most amazingly diverse and unique experiences. Everybody's story is different, but I find a personal, I just think his story is so incredibly unique and special, and that he's ours. He's here in Chicago. You may be from the Philippines, but you're ours now, okay? So thank you, and please, Jose, come on up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on up.
I am deeply humbled by this, and I'm very much honored and privileged to be an Illinoisan. I've been here in Illinois for 44 years, and it's been my way of paying back to this state, by running the United States flag in all 50 states for the District of Columbia, and I did it 3 times in the Chicago Marathon. Excellent. To honor the state of Illinois. And thank you. I am really very much honored by this. I don't really know much what to say. I am really speechless. But I'd like to thank you very much, Mrs. Mendoza.
Oh, no, thank you.
It's wonderful.
It says you're awesome. That's really what it says.
Thank you very much. I did the marathons, especially, honoring the heroes and victims of 9/11. Carrying the United States flag in all 50 states in a marathon to pay back to this country, to the generous and kind Americans who helped me, my wife including, my daughter, and everyone around who did a fantastic job of welcoming me to the United States. I came as an immigrant, and they helped me tremendously. They offered me scholarships in schools, and they gave me a job at the Chicago Board of Education. It's really only my way of paying back. It is very, very small, it's minuscule, because many, many others who came here from all other countries have contributed more to this country. But I am so honored to pay back, and I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm now 76 years old, but I'm still paying back by coaching. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so another round of applause for all of our honorees today. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. I know there's lots of family in the room today, and it's always nice that you get to spend a moment honoring those people who you've looked up to your whole lives, your dad and your husband, so very, very exciting. And I wanted to say that there's a really fun thing that's going to happen next, which is that as we do customarily after these events, we, in the executive conference room to the left of my office, we welcome everyone to come join us. Today, Joyce Chu of Chu Kwan Bakery. You may remember her, some of you who were here in the past. She was one of our honorees last year during the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. She generously donated a delicious cake for everyone to enjoy. You have to go see this cake, though, okay? It is amazing. So no one's allowed to eat it until everyone's had a chance to see it, because it's so beautiful. And then also Mr. Jin Lee of our advisory collective. Right. What was that? Oh, okay. Sorry, yes. And the Korean community have graciously donated japchae, which is sweet potato starch noodles stir-fried with vegetables and meat for everyone to enjoy, because again, we are a foodie office. Thank you very, very, very much. It's one of Korea's best loved dishes, and I have a feeling it's going to be one of yours as well. So please join us just down the hall. Somebody will walk you where we're going to go, and enjoy the rest of the day. We're going to take some photos. Anybody who would like to take photos with the honorees, please, before you head over there, stay here. We'll take some photos, and then we'll just go enjoy our fellowship together in the executive suite. Thank you.
What's up, man? Dennis, right? Adnan, Hamid, Farhan's brother? Yeah.